Hey Starshine, how are you? I'm currently recording at around 11 o'clock at night, which used to be the time I'd usually record my content when I first started out on YouTube. And I bring this up because today is my 5-year anniversary of being on YouTube. It was 5 years ago today that I posted my first video, which, if I'm correct, it was the Crooked Man Part 1. And wow, have things changed so much since then. It's... wow. Things have changed with my equipment, my content, me. I've changed a lot. Not only did I change the way that I make videos and the way that I acted, because I was so shy when I first started out, and I didn't know how to act, and I didn't have, I don't know, I was so unpolished when I first started, and I eventually found my comfort zone. And then I eventually got like better equipment, and I now have a VTuber model, and overall I just feel like a much better, more confident person when it comes to content creation. I mean, I'm still not the best. I have my uneasiness. I have my fears. I'm constantly worried about being forgotten and losing all of you lovely stars. And I wouldn't blame any of you for it. I just get afraid of that kind of thing because, I don't know, I think that's a thing a lot of us content creators, knowing how fickle the system can be, it's something that we all kind of fear, especially for those who do it as like a full-time job. I'd love for this to be a full-time job, but I'm nowhere near that yet, and I'm already afraid of that kind of thing. But for now, I just try and focus on doing what I enjoy and doing what I like, and that's what I do. I have done what I needed for my health, including taking a year off. So I mean, I guess this is more like my 4th year on YouTube, because I did take an entire year off, but it was 5 years ago today that I first started YouTube. And so I'm counting this as my 5th anniversary. But I'm doing my best to make sure I don't get burnout that bad again. And I'm trying to take care of myself and just enjoy what I do. To stop putting the pressure on me to make something perfect, when really I should just be enjoying myself. And I find that people like me best when I'm just enjoying myself. I'm always afraid about putting out the best content, but it's always the best when I'm just happy about it, when I'm just enjoying it. That's when people seem to like it the most. When I put too much pressure on myself, that doesn't work. Then it's just a mess. But I just want to thank you all of you who have either stuck with me from the beginning, who have come along the way, or who are brand new and are just, new to my little galaxy community. I'm really happy to have you here, and I'm so happy to see the support and the love that you give. I have a little Discord server that's full of so many people who just support and help each other no matter what. And I've seen people get compassion and empathy, which is all I ever wanted out of a community like this. Like, I want to do this for kind of like a few reasons. One, because I like playing video games and I like creating content and I like entertaining people. That's just part of my personality. I've always been that way. I've always wanted to like entertain people and make people smile, make people happy. I'm kind of a people pleaser. So that's part of the reason I do it. But I also have always liked the idea of creating a community of very compassionate and empathetic people whom I can encourage to do positive and good things. And I know a lot of times that doesn't always happen, where you're going to have those bad seeds and stuff, but so far I haven't really seen any, and thank goodness for that. And I hope that if there are any people like that who become stars of mine, that other stars are able to let them know, hey, this isn't what we stand for. Or I'm able to step in and be like, okay, this is not okay. You know, if it's really bad, get rid of their, ban their account or delete their comments or whatever needs to be done. Because that is not what I want this community to stand for. I don't want anything negative. It's supposed to be a very positive and helpful space. And we can talk about negative topics, yes, but we can't be inherently negative to each other. We can't hurt each other. At least that's not what I want. But another thing I always wanted was to do like charity streams and stuff like that, to create actual positive change, both in like that community and like doing something like charity streams. But I'm still nowhere near big enough to do that. I wouldn't be able to raise any money. But that's something I'd like to do in the future. Maybe even just little streams to raise awareness for specific charities or whatever, or specific issues I like to talk about in my streams, just to make people more aware. I do that a lot. I want people to be compassionate and helpful and friendly, and that's something that I've just always wanted, and that's been my goal since the beginning. Actually, I think I explained this in my debut stream, but I actually designed all of my branding and everything as part of a graphic design class. And one of the things I designed for my graphic design class was announcements for charity streams. So that's always been something that's been on my mind, something that I've always cared to do or wanted to do. And I think that's like, as much as I'm like, yes, I'd like to do this as a full-time job, that was just kind of, that's kind of a added bonus to just being able to reach a bunch of people and do good, because that's the thing that I really want to do. I really want to, as one of my biggest inspirations, Markiplier says, I want to leave the world off better than when I came here. And I think the way I'm supposed to do that is by making people smile and spreading positivity and hopefully teaching people some empathy and compassion. Because I'm a very empathetic person. That's just a part of who I am. I feel and read people's emotions just naturally without even trying. So I've always been very attuned to how other people are feeling, and so I've always wanted to make people happy because I could feel when they weren't, and so I'd be like, I gotta cheer them up, I gotta do something, I gotta make them happy. And that's what I love to do. I love making people happy. It's probably really cheesy sounding. I'm sure a lot of this sounds really cheesy, but I'm an incredibly cheesy person. Just get used to it, man. I am a very cheesy person, and a very optimistic person, and a very positive person. I've had my struggles. I have my struggles. I still do. I deal with both physical and mental illness. I have a lot of dark sides to me that I am not afraid to talk about or explore or admit to. But all the while, I know ultimately positivity is what's for the best of our brains and our hearts. And so while I will be open and talk about like my struggles and my problems, and I will talk with other people about their struggles and their problems as much as they need to, I know ultimately we can't just give in to that. We need to say, well, we need positivity, we need happiness, and we can get there no matter how hard things seem right now. And I promise this, I've been in much darker places than I am right now, where I thought I would never ever have the things that I have right now, that I would never ever be happy again. And I am so much better now. I'm still not in a perfect place, but I don't think anyone ever will be. I'm still working on myself, and I want to encourage everyone to work on themselves. I just think that's a very good thing to do throughout your entire life, because if you're a better person, you can help people out even more. And that's my goal for helping myself, is so I can become a better person so I can help others. And maybe that's not the best way to think of it. Maybe other people would say you should help yourself for the sake of yourself. But, sometimes you just gotta find a way around it. You gotta find a loophole, because I can't do anything for myself. So I say that I help myself to help others, And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. I think some people would disagree with me. Like I said, some people would say you should really help yourself for the sake of yourself, and that's not wrong either. I think as long as you're doing something good for yourself and for others in general, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Whatever way you have to twist it to get your mind to do it, as long as you're being a good person. That's the important part. So anyway, I'm babbling on here, as I always do every time I do these talking videos. Anyone who's been around long enough knows I love to babble. But I wanted to say thank you. Thank you, all of you, so much for keeping me passionate about what I do. I can't do much for myself, so it's nice to have a little support here and there. And it amazes me sometimes how much support I get from people. And it keeps me going. It really does. I can't believe how much I've been able to reach out and get to people and actually have them reach back to me. And it makes me so happy. And I really want to grow this positive community. So I would love if you guys would help by reaching out to other people too. And we can make a difference. And I really hope that I'm able to still make you smile and keep you happy. And I'm able to spread some laughs and stuff with with my videos and with my streams. Things are going to be changing a little bit here and there as I try and settle into this new world of streaming that I just started in April, and I'm still trying to figure things out, but I'm having a lot of fun with streaming. I'm definitely always going to be posting like VODs and stuff to YouTube. I just don't know how much of it is going to be a VOD, how much of it's going to be like pre-recorded. I don't know. I'm still working that out. But I'm going to keep making, because I'm a creative soul and I need to create. And I'm an entertainer and I need to entertain. So as much as my brain tells me I'm no good at it and I shouldn't do it and I shouldn't bother, I should just give up, I'm not going to listen. I'm going to keep going, because I love you guys and I want to keep working at it. So, it's lovely to have you. I'm so glad you're here. And on that note, remember to shine your light in every world. Bye.